Hello and welcome to Diaspora Digital Media. Today, let us look at corruption and Nigeria's economy, unveiling the hidden costs and paths to progress. Join us today as we delve into the intricate web of corruption and its profound impact on Nigeria's economic landscape. From draining resources, stifling innovations, discover how corruption poses a formidable challenge to growth and prosperity. Stay tuned as we uncover the strategies and solutions needed to chart a brighter future for Nigeria and beyond. Welcome to the broadcast. My name is Ron Palm Jr. So, how does corruption affect Nigeria's economy? So, how does corruption affect Nigeria's economy? How does corruption affect other African countries? We'll also take a look at some anti-corruption measures taken by African countries and what is the role of technology in fighting corruption. Corruption in Nigeria has far-reaching consequences for its economy. Let's delve into how it impacts various aspects. Investment climate. Corruption undermines investor confidence. When bribery, kickbacks, and embezzlement are rampant, both domestic and foreign investors hesitate to invest. This leads to reduced capital inflow and stifles economic growth. Secondly, resource misallocation. Corrupt practices divert resources away from productive sectors. Funds meant for infrastructure, education, and healthcare end up lining the pockets of corrupt officials. As a result, critical sectors suffer, hindering overall development. Inefficient public services. Corruption affects public service delivery. Bribes are often required to access basic services like healthcare, education, and utilities. This perpetuates inequality and hampers human capital development. Distorted market competition. Corrupt practices distort market dynamics. Companies that engage in bribery gain unfair advantages, leading to an uneven playing field. Legitimate businesses struggle to compete, affecting economic efficiency. Reduced tax revenue. When corruption is widespread, tax evasion and avoidance thrive. Individuals and businesses find ways to evade taxes, leading to reduced government revenue. This impacts public investment and essential services. Weaken institutions. Corruption erodes trust in institutions. Weak governance, compromised judiciary, and affect ineffective law enforcement hinder economic stability. Investors seek environments with strong institutions. High transaction cost. Bureaucratic corruption increases transaction costs. Obtaining permits, licenses, or other approvals become cumbersome and expensive. This discourages entrepreneurship and innovation. Capital flight. Corrupt officials siphon off funds to offshore accounts, illicit financial flows, weaken the economy by reducing available capital for investment within the country. Negative perception. Nigeria's reputation as a corrupt nation affects trade relations. International partners may hesitate to engage in business, impacting trade and foreign direct investment. Social inequality. Corruption exacerbates income inequality. Elites benefit disproportionately while the majority struggle. Unequal distribution of wealth hampers social cohesion and stability. In summary, corruption corrodes Nigeria's economic fabric, hindering growth, stifling innovation, and perpetuating poverty. Addressing corruption requires a robust anti corruption measures, transparency, and commitment to ethical governance. How does corruption affect African countries? Corruption has significant negative effects on various African countries, impacting their development, stability, and overall well being. Let us explore some of these consequences. Resource drain. Systemic corruption drains economic and financial resources away from essential public goods and services. Funds that should be invested in infrastructure, education, healthcare, and social programs end up benefiting a few corrupt individuals instead. Inequality and resentment. Corruption exacerbates inequality within societies. While a select few benefit, the majority suffer. This disparity fuels resentment and can lead to lack of trust and social unrest. Economic impact. Corrupt practices hinder economic growth. They discourage both domestic and foreign investments. When bribery and kickbacks are rampant, businesses face an uneven playing field, affecting the overall economic efficiency. Basic services. Corruption affects access to basic services such as healthcare, education, and clean water. Bribes become necessary for citizens to access essential facilities, perpetuating inequality. Political instability. Corrupt practices weaken institutions and erode trust in governance. This instability can lead to political crisis, hindering long term development. Human rights violations. Corruption violates human rights by denying citizens of their right to hold governments accountable and participate in decision making. Freedom of speech and other basic freedoms are compromised. Capital flight. Illicit financial flows resulting from corruption leads to capital flight. Funds are siphoned off to offshore accounts, reducing available capital for investment within the country. Stifled innovation. When corruption thrives, legitimate businesses struggle to compete. This stifles innovation and prevents the emergence of vibrant entrepreneurial ecosystems. Public trust. Widespread corruption erodes public trust in institutions. Citizens become disillusioned, affecting civic engagement and cooperation. Security risk. Corruption undermines security. It diverts resources meant for defense and law enforcement, making countries vulnerable to external threats. In summary, tackling corruption is crucial for Africans' sustainable development. Strengthening institutions, promoting transparency, and enforcing anti corrupt measures are essential steps towards a brighter future for the continent. What are some anti corruption measures in African countries? Let us explore some anti corruption measures that African countries have implemented to address this critical issue. First, political will. Demonstrating strong political commitment to fight corruption is essential. Government must prioritize anti corruption efforts and allocate resources accordingly. Streamlining bureaucracy. Cutting red tape and simplifying administrative processes reduce corruption opportunities. Trade barriers. Lowering trade barriers promotes transparency and reduces the scope of corrupt practices in international trade. Constraining corrupt behavior. Independent judicial system. Ensuring an impartial and independent judiciary is crucial. It enables fair trials and holds corrupt individuals accountable. Anti money laundering framework. Strengthening anti money laundering measures help track illicit financial flows and prevent money laundering. Transparency. Enhancing transparency in fiscal management and budgetary processes is vital. Internal controls. Implementing robust internal controls help prevent embezzlement and misuse of public funds. Civil society and media engagement. Civil society organizations, CSOs, empowering CSOs to monitor government actions, advocate for transparency, and hold officials accountable. Media freedom. A free and vibrant media plays a crucial role in exposing corruption and raising public awareness. In summary, a multi pronged approach involving legal reforms, institutional strengthening, and active citizen participation are necessary to combat corruption efficiently, effectively in African countries. What is the role of technology in fighting corruption? Technology plays a crucial role in the ongoing battle against corruption. Let us explore how it contributes. Transparency and accountability. Digitalization enables transparency by making information accessible to the public. Online platforms allow citizens to scrutinize government actions, budgets, and spending. Open data portals provide real time access to government data, promoting accountability and reducing opportunities for corruption. Efficient detection and prevention. Big data. Technology helps analyze vast amount of data to detect irregularities, anomalies, and patterns indicative of corruption. Algorithms can flag up suspicious transactions or behaviors. Automated auditing. Digital tools. Digital tools streamline auditing process, making them less susceptible to manipulation or influence. Automated checks can identify discrepancies and fraud. Secure transactions and payments. The blockchain. This decentralized technology ensures secure and transparent transactions. It can be used for tracking supply chains, verifying contracts, and preventing bribery. Digital payments platforms. These reduce the risk of fraud and corruption in financial transactions, especially during crises like the COVID-19 pandemic. Digital platforms. These allow whistleblowers to share evidence and document corruption cases without fear of retaliation. E governance and service delivery. Online services. Digital platforms reduce face to face interactions, minimizing opportunities for bribery. Citizens can access services without intermediaries. Digital IDs. These enhance transparency by ensuring accurate identification and reducing identity related corruption. Real time monitoring. Surveillance and tracking. Technology aids in monitoring public projects procurement and service delivery. Real time data helps prevent mismanagement and embezzlement. Satellite imagery. It can detect illegal activities such as deforestation or unauthorized construction, promoting transparency. Education and awareness. Online campaigns. Technology facilitates awareness campaigns against corruption. Social media platforms raise public consciousness and encourage collective action. E learning. Training programs on ethics, integrity, and anti corruption measures can reach a wide audience through digital platforms. Risk assessment and predictive analytics. Machine learning. Algorithms can assess corruption risk in various sectors. Predictive models help allocate resources effectively for prevention efforts. Behavioral analytics. Technology identifies unusual behavior patterns that may indicate corruption or corrupt practices. Global collaboration. International cooperation. Technology connects anti corruption agencies, law enforcement, and civil society across borders. Sharing best practices and intelligence strengthens the fight against corruption, privacy, and ethical considerations. While harnessing technology, safeguarding privacy and personal data protection is crucial. Balancing benefits with risk ensures responsible use. In summary, technology empowers anti corruption efforts by enhancing transparency, efficiency, and citizens' participation. However, ethical governance and responsible technology use are essential to maximize its impact. In conclusion, corruption remains a formidable obstacle in Nigeria's and Africa's economic development. Tackling corruption demands concerted efforts, including political will, institutional reforms, and embracing technology for transparency and efficiency. By addressing corruption, Nigeria and other African nations can pave the way for inclusive growth and prosperity. That was the lens on Periscope. I remain Ron Palm Jr. Thanks for watching.